Everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host, Superman, in the house. And man, we got a massive update today, of course, around Sun Minimeal and BANXA official. It is huge. A massive direct Fiat on-ramp to PulseChain. It couldn't come at a better time post the SEC victory, and that's going to be exciting, guys. Honestly, a major victory there. And man, we've had a few issues with the bridge, with the gas prices and things like that. So having a massive direct onboard is huge. So this is a really great day for PulseChain and its future, and hope you guys enjoy it, because it's going to be pretty cool. We're going to break that down later in the show. In fact, we're going to probably cover it pretty early on before we get into the market updates. So very exciting stuff going on there. Now, if you guys haven't shared it around, share the live stream on X, and I'm going to post the link in there right now. So if you take just a moment to do that, that'd be fantastic. And sharing is caring, as they say. So get out the good word, because we're going to be talking about a massive new launch coming up. And so that's going to be very exciting for Sun Minimeal and a direct Fiat on-ramp. So just awesome stuff. We already know that Sun Minimeal is already doing fantastic stuff with something like 20% of their revenue going into buy and burn their token. Tokens there, so that's going to be pretty exciting. We're going to try and break that down a bit more in the future as well. So very cool. Let's get into it. We've got Hexavator in the house there. Hey, woo! Getting pretty excited. The Hexavator, love it. We've got Clinchins in the house as well. G'day, Mr. Superman and crew. Absolutely. Now we're going to be looking at some of the top tokens in the market as well, particularly on PulseChain. So we're going to get into that. What's ranking the best? What is happening overnight? So that's going to be a lot of fun. Talk about that also. And a big shout out to Clintrons there in the house. So yeah, definitely share the stream around on X. Now, if you're on Rumble, of course, hit the repost button over on Rumble. We've got a good crowd over there. So if you want to do that, and on YouTube, of course, share it around. You click that share button as well. So let's get into it without further ado. Let us kick it off. Now, I do have some entertainment to start off with, because I wanted to play some entertainment. So we're going to get into that. Let me just find my my post here that I did yesterday. And we're going to put a pause on that, but let's bring that up. So let's start without further ado. Before we do though, we've got DJ and Hexagon in the house there. Smack that like. Definitely smack the like. Share the channel around. Get the word out. Obviously, we're covering the latest crypto and PulseChain market stuff. Now, we've just launched, a day or two days ago, maybe, within the last sort of 48 hours, we launched X Game Portal. Now, this is hopefully going to be the biggest community out there for the X Game coming up. Now, obviously, this is set up by the Crypto Night Show, so it's unofficial, but we're going to have all the latest news and updates and lots of cool things inside there. So you can see on the update there. So we're posting out a X Games series with some cool little video clips. I'm going to play a couple of those now. But basically, episode 3 came out. We're going to talk about that, and of course, episode 2 as well. So let's get into it. Let's play a bit of clip of video 2 as we go. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This is episode 2. Let's get into it. So I'm just trying to remember the title of this one, actually. Let me go out of this one and let me find the other one that is scrolled down here. Video 2. So video 2 is we have to talk about a matter of utmost importance. So let's play that clip first.
Centauri's the name. We have to talk about a matter of utmost importance.
So that's the second video in the episode series, and episode number 4. Let's play that.
I invented Starfighter.
You may have thought it was a game, but it was also a test. A test! Sent out across the universe to find those with the gift.
So not just a game, but a test. And of course, that is it. The invention of X Game, of course, created in the mind of Fire Whale, which is Randy Alaski's big whale friend on PulseChain, one of the biggest whales on PulseChain. And not just a game, but a test sent out across the universe to find those with the gift to play episode. And of course, this is episode 3. And of course, you can join our X Game portal now. That is the link there, right there. And so if you guys want to repost that, definitely get out and repost that. I'm going to post the link to that as well, as we're just starting to ramp this up, right? So the game is not officially launched. We're waiting for testnet round 2. And then, of course, also the gambling license. And then it is game on. That game will go to market. And it's going to be absolutely massive, probably huge viral. So you guys getting in early on this, and in the first community, really, dedicated to X Game. So kind of cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. So definitely repost that and join up to the Telegram, right? Join up to the Telegram. That's the link there. And you can find the Telegram link there as well. I might just copy that link just to make it nice and easy. So copy link address and I'll post it in the chat as well. Just join up today and join the crew. I think we've got about 20 people in it already. So get in on that and let's grow. Now, once you get in there, of course, you can type /link, when you get in the chat, and you can get your own custom referral link and send that out as well. So that's kind of where we are on that one. So that is kind of very, very cool. But we're going to get into, of course, Sun Minimeal. And this is the big news. So very excited about Sun Minimeal. PulseChain's first competitive on-ramp goes live next Tuesday. This is so exciting. And, of course, today with our partner BANXA Official. And BANXA Official, you can see it's got 22,300 followers. BANXA is the leading global on-off ramp powering embedded crypto solutions. So very exciting for that. And this is launching pretty much on the next week on April the 29th. So we're not waiting around for this, not 2 more weeks. None of that nonsense, right? It's actually got a hard date and they are launching. Very, very cool. So today with our partner BANXA, we at Sun AG are proud to launch a direct fiat on-ramp to our token Soil running on PulseChain starting Tuesday, April the 29th. So huge news there. Now, the one thing about this, Soil has been performing very well in the recent days. The other thing is they announced their God mode keys, even though they're doing something else following that, calling a particular function in the contract. Also doing tons of burning is what's going to happen with that token. So it's going to be pretty awesome seeing all that value come onto PulseChain. So mass adoption, mass value coming there. Now, Sun Minimeal, of course, is a rising food star in Europe, and it's going to go global with this whole strategy. So it's going global. Sun Minimeals are natural nutrient complete. They save you the hassle of countless calories and the effort of maintaining a balanced diet. So you get the full, nutrition, but you also can lose weight because you don't need as much. So you're losing those calories. It's pretty amazing superfood, as it were. Now, they're going to have fees. The fees are going to start as low as 1%, even cheaper than the usual route via a centralized exchange, a bridge, and the DEX on PulseChain. Limits are up to $150,000. Up to 500x higher than current fiat on-ramp. So that's pretty exciting. You guys, if you've tested those, they're on the low side. Now, there's also going to be direct liquidity sourcing via Petius. And I think this is a master move. Petius, of course, dominating the DEX aggregation of DEXs on PulseChain and leading a lot of innovation as well with Petius. No risk of hacks or theft there. So very, very good partnership. So this is probably pretty bullish for the Soil token. Probably also pretty bullish for the Petius token as well. Onboarding in under 5 minutes is going to be the key, and that's so fast. So direct onboarding in under 5 minutes, that is absolutely amazing. A revolution compared to the current process and globally available, right? No restrictions. So if you're wondering if I'm my country, this country, well, globally available, no restrictions. So it looks like everybody's going to get access. We're excited to make our entrance into the PulseChain community with this milestone, and absolutely fantastic news, right? Absolutely fantastic news. So very, very cool on that. I'm going to repost that now as well. So huge congrats, and fantastic news. Fantastic. So pretty cool. Let's and I might actually put PulseChain. Why not? Let's tag in PulseChain. I know these aren't as key these days, but we're going to put a little PLS in there as well. And very, very cool stuff there. So throw your support in there. There's great news, awesome stuff there. So let's put that copy that link inside the chat here, so you guys can like, comment, and share, and get into that. So that is pretty cool. So Sun Minimeal coming to market there. Very, very exciting stuff there. Oh, that's the Telegram link to X Game Portal. That is the link to Sun Minimeal news. Fantastic stuff. Big stuff there. So they are ramping up. So they're making more millions of dollars. They're ramping up their markets. They're going to be a pretty much a big rising health food star corporate wise, and they're coming to PulseChain. They've really chosen PulseChain. It's going to be pretty awesome to see all that play out. So you got to be happy about that. Now the other thing, of course, is BANXA Official. They are the ones providing all the technical support for that. So that's going to be pretty exciting, and they're doing some good stuff as well, right? So you can definitely check out BANXA as well on that post. So very, very exciting to see all this play out. Now we're going to get into the stock market as well. So should we get into that? I think we should. Let's see if we've got any comments. Get into the comments there, folks, and definitely share the channel around. You guys know what to do. So get out and do that too. All right, so let's have a quick look at the stock market, see the results. Well, we got another good day and a big week on the stock market. So absolutely fantastic. S&P 500 and big weekly win as tech shows strength. Very exciting. We are in a new technological age, right? We're ushering in that next wave of technology. So it is pretty exciting. We've got the Dow Jones is just up very slightly, 1/20%, 20 points to 40,113. S&P 500 is up 0.75%, so that's a pretty decent gain. It's up 40 points to 5,525. And the NASDAQ, with all the tech companies which are making the moves, up 1.125%, 217 points to 17,382. So that's a pretty good move there on their NASDAQ. So pretty strong there. Now, in terms of the US dollar, sitting at 99.37, so still under 100, which has been pretty interesting. More makes America more competitive. Arguably makes prices a bit more higher, a bit more dearer. We got West Texas there at $63 on the barrel and $67 on Brent oil. They're both up, almost a quarter percent there, or to 1/3%. Gold at the moment, let's just say $3,300. That's down $50. So that's a decent pull off, trade off there in gold. Silver at $33, down 50 cents as well. All right, so let's have a quick look at the moves. Obviously, we had some big moves there with Alphabet. That was up 1%. And we also had some moves around Trump and the tariffs. That seems to be progressing pretty well, to be honest. Trump seems to be, moving the ambiguity around quite nicely. So U.S. equities were hit Friday, of course, but we've obviously seen some, changes by China, talking about considering exempting some of the U.S. products. So that's kind of cool. So we're getting some movements there, and Trump keeps talking about, deals being done. However, he's not gonna, he's gonna keep the pressure on to get all those deals. Now, we know that he's advancing, particularly countries like South Korea, Japan. These are countries all coming to the table. Once he starts getting one of those one by one coming out in deals, he's got like 115 or something already lined up, then, it's just going to be a wave, and it puts more pressure on China as well. There is talk of, Chinese exports slowing down, factories, closing down, all this sorts of stuff. So that puts more pressure, as well as the geopolitics going on in China at the moment. So that's kind of where we are with that. We're going to get into, of course, the rest of the markets and the crypto next. But we've got a comment here from Tyndale. Thank you for the show. Treasury yields, both EHEX and PHEX, just for holding it. No staking, says Tyndale. It certainly does, and that seems to be a pretty popular protocol as well. All right, let's get into it without further ado, into the markets and have a look at how they're going. So we've got Bitcoin at the moment, $94,890, so just below 95,000, looking very strong. And we've got the dominance there at 62.3%. Bitcoin is up 1.3% today. We've got ETH at the moment up 1.5%, so it's good to see, 1796, but we still got to crack that 2,000 mark, right? Solana is down 1/3%, $151. Tron down 0.9% at 24 cents. ADA is pretty flat after yesterday's big move, and of course, you guys know Charles Hodgkinson there slamming ETH, saying he doesn't expect to be around in 10 years' time. 3 principal failures that he sees with it, and some of it is to do with the EVM architecture. We got XRP there is down 0.5%, $2.19. We've got BNB is flat at 601. We got a PulseChain still climbing at 8%. So this has been doing very well at $3.60. It's kind of been the shining light on the hill amongst the majors, and $3.60. And the only thing I could really find about it is that around stablecoins. So yeah, it's definitely been a lot of money coming into that at the moment, pushing that up. So that has been PulseChain there. It definitely looks like it's tapering a little bit, but still up a nice 8%. Litecoin also up 2.9%, so it's making a good move as well. So those are kind of our majors. Let's get into the rankings on CoinGecko. Market cap at the moment still over 3 trillion, so 3 trillion and 63 billion, but down 0.5% overnight. Let's have a look at the top 10. Top 10 at the moment: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, and Dogecoin number 8, Cardano number 9, and Tron rounding off our top 10 at the moment. Best performer in the last 24 hours. Well, it looks like it is. Looks like it's Bitcoin and Ethereum up 1.2% each. So it's kind of cool. Over the last week, though, what is the best performer last week? Well, it looks like Dogecoin there up 15% is doing the best, and then number 9, Cardano, up 13.8%. followed by Solana at 12.6%. But, Bitcoin and Ethereum have both done pretty well, up 12% this week. So, it's a pretty good result for the whole week, right? Fantastic there. Now, in terms of the top 100, let's have a look at the marks there. Let's make sure I've got these right in the right percentages. We've got Bitcoin SV, so BSV, good old BSV. Haven't talked about that for ages. That's up 40.8%, making a big move the last 24 hours, a massive move in the last 24 hours, BSV. Bonk there as well is up 23.3%, and WorldCoin there also, or Wild, is up 22%. They're our top three. Trump official sitting at number 4, though, up 9.3%, and a Jasmy coin at number 5, up 7.4%. So there are a few big movers there. Over the last week, the best movers are Trump official, up at 73.9%. Of course, you guys know Trump was talking about inviting some of the top holders to dinner. That was in the news. So that's up 73.9%, and back at $13.37. So, bouncing off that low that it had. Now, Bonk also up for the week, obviously, at 66.79%. So that's doing pretty well. PulseChain, of course, which we just talked about, up 65% for the week. So I've had a fantastic week, the old PulseChain. And, of course, wrapping up number 4, BSV, up 57%, but most of that in the last 24 hours. And, of course, artificial superintelligence, we've talked about a couple of times now, is up 50%. So not bad there in the top 5. Top gainers, Housecoin, Alpasa Finance, and Hedgic. They're up there a lot. And look at Housecoin up 21% over the last 24 hours. Pretty awesome. And Alpaca Finance up 176%. So some nice gains there. Trending is Bonk, Arc, Block, and PulseChain. So PulseChain, not surprising. Block, not surprising as well. That is kind of where we are with the overall markets. So let's jump back into view. And we're going to have a look at the Bitcoin. So let's get into that. Bitcoin at the moment, we've got the circle of volatility, and it's played out pretty nicely, pretty gruesomely at times. We can see down here, but we're back up. Look at that reversal. Man, isn't that crazy? So this is around the tariffs, right? Tariffs, 10% tariffs with the 5th of April. And then we had the specific tariffs on the 9th of April, and we got that big sell-off down to 74,500. We are now up since then, over the last 17 days, up 27%. So it's pretty good, over 27% there. And that is an increase of $20,500. And I said this, I think, yesterday in the Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord or Telegram, the link's in the video description. Join up today. Strongly encourage you to do that. And we're just saying, man, once we get over 100,000 and we stay over there, we're going to start moving at $20,000, $30,000 clips on some days. It's going to be pretty exciting. The higher you go, the bigger the ranges. So it's going to be pretty fun to see that. Anyway, so we're up $20,500, 17 days, back from 74,500 to 94, almost 95,000. So pretty awesome. In fact, the higher today is what is the higher today? 95, almost 96,000. So pretty good. And we just started a brand new day from looks of it. Now, the thing about this horizontal green bar there, that is the 90-day extension of the tariffs, right? So it's 90-day approximately, but it's a little bit longer because it goes to the 4th of July, and I think it's a little bit longer. It goes to the 4th of July, and that's when we're expecting, or Trump wants to have all his stuff in place for his strategy, right? The three-legged stool strategy, I call it. The first one's around federal budget. That involves the Doge, right? Getting the budget costs down, and also involves the taxes, right? Getting the tax bills through with the tax extensions, any tax cuts. That's very vital to get that in before the 4th of July, presumably, May or June, something like that. And then, of course, the second stool is deregulation and regulations, and of course, particularly focusing around not just Wall Street, but Main Street, and particular small to medium businesses, particularly banking, to get that booming, right? Get that booming, which has obviously been overlooked for the big banks, the ones that the Democrats love and have controlled society. So really making a big move there, and that's going to help Middle America, right? Middle America, big time, who have been neglected and abused by the Democrats and the coast Democratic states, right? So this is very, very important. So this is a reversal of that abuse. And then, of course, the third one is changing the world trade order, right? Which he's doing very well, and that's what this green horizontal line. So all that comes to fruition by 4th of July. That is absolutely awesome. We may see on 7th of July a big party there, and Trump announcing that things are ready and in place for the golden age of America. And obviously, he's already had over $7 trillion in investment. So it's game on for the U.S. economy, game on for the world, and then game on for markets, right? And particularly crypto. We're going to start hitting those big numbers on the way. It's going to be pretty exciting. So we'll still have volatility, but I think it's going to be pretty damn exciting. So the other bit of news we had was OKX gearing up to launch a new pay wallet next week. So that's also big news there. So OKX CEO Star Zhu declared that the crypto exchange is preparing to launch a new product called Pay Wallet next week to boost broader crypto adoption. So we have already covered another number of news items around crypto this week about how bullish adoption is, right? It's just growing. Everything's just growing. And we're still early. It's kind of weird like that. In a recent post, the crypto's exchange CEO revealed screenshots of the firm's latest product that will be available next week. Zhu said the purpose of the new product would be to drive crypto adoption forward and get more users on board. Now we just announced Sun Minimeal, right? They're doing it for PulseChain with BANXA official. So that's massive for us. But now we've got this even broader picture with OKX Pay Wallet there. So this is just one of many things that are just driving forward, the market. So pretty awesome there. So we've got some cool stuff there with those images. You can sort of see some parts of the wallet there as well. We will launch OKX Pay Wallet next week. It's a road to billion users crypto adoption. Looking forward to try, said Zhu there. And Zhu said announced also garnered positive response from crypto industry figureheads like Tron founder Justin Sun and Tether CEO Paolo Ardoino. The Pay Wallet is designed to be a new type of a private keyless wallet. The application will come equipped with a card and require users to input know your customer verification. Now, we're in DeFi, so we hate this stuff, right? KYC and stuff like that. But it's still, unfortunately, a bit of a necessary evil to bridge from TradeFi into CeFi into DeFi, right? So, it is kind of what it is to some degree. Not only that, but the new keyless wallet will also be integrated into the platform's Ethereum layer 2 network. So, Cardano, talking about this is going to be 10 years. Well, you got a lot of users potentially coming into layer 2, into Ethereum layer 2s called layer X layer, I should say. Based on the screenshots shared by Zhu, the Pay Wallet will focus on enabling USDC, USD Tether stablecoin payments. Obviously, stablecoins are a big, massive theme right now, especially after the Trump administration supporting that too. Combining it with DeFi to provide returns, the app also provides users with the chat feature that enables them to confirm whether payments are received. The keyless wallet appears to be a separate feature to the already existing OKX Wallet app, which was released earlier this year on the App Store and Google Play. OKX Wallet allows you to store, trade, earn, manage your crypto and your NFTs across 100 plus blockchains, all in one simple solution, said the crypto exchange. Last March, the firm's Web3 product manager, Kyle Chen, admitted that they had accidentally revealed details about the OKX Wallet app too early. It was only after the post was shared that he realized that the app was only available in selected regions, could not only be found on Google Play there. So that is a big move there from OKX. Just another big step for adoption, just like Signum Minimeal for PulseChain. This is for the wider crypto market. So, and hopefully many of them will slowly make their way onto PulseChain. And of course, talk about at the moment on the street about Kraken, potentially listing PulseChain. It's all the rumors out there. We haven't had anything firm, but certainly Kraken's been interacting with a lot of PulseChain community members and influencers. So let's see what happens in that space. I mean, we're free now, aren't we? We're free from the SEC. There's nothing holding us back. We've got a friendly American crypto supportive regime in power. So, it's game on, really, isn't it? Game on. So that could be huge. Now, obviously, once again, there's nothing better than DeFi. You are your own bank. That sort of stuff. You are free in that regard. So let's bring it on. So that's kind of where we are on the old cryptos. Don't forget to get into the chat as well. Now, I'm going to just highlight a few of the things that we've talked about at the moment. If you haven't shared the stream on live stream, go share it. Hit that share. That's the link there. Go and share that. That's at the top of the chat there. If you haven't checked out the X Game stories, we're up to episode 3 on the X Game portal. So we've launched this community portal, and of course, this is in conjunction with the Kryptonite Show team, including MVS out there and Wookie, doing a great job. So if you want to hit those guys up, you can as well. If you want to join up straight away, that is the link to join to the X Game portal. The game is not launched yet, but that will be having testnet round 2 coming up, then a game license, and then it's going to go full launch. We're very excited about that. It's made by Randy Alaski's a big whale friend, Firewhale, who seems like just a great guy. If you've ever seen him in interviews, a very, very nice guy. And Randy Alaski there in support, no doubt. So that's kind of pretty cool. Now, once again, the big news today is Sunny Minimeal. That's coming up on PulseChain. So very excited about this. Is cannot be understated. And of course, as Sunny Minimeal grow and go global, moving out of Europe into American markets and global markets, their revenue is going to get bigger. The more value is going to come onto PulseChain. Not only that, but they're going to have a very 5-minute seamless method for people to onboard the PulseChain. This is massive. If the bridge is down, maybe due to too high gas prices, this is going to be a direct route onto market. So we're going to have Coast, which also is existent. So big shout out to the Coast team that's already bought $9.6 million onto PulseChain. The Sun Minimeal could also bring on millions, if not tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions of dollars onto PulseChain. You just never know who's involved there. So very, very excited about that. And that's going to be another alternative. So you will have an alternative to onboard there. So very, very exciting. Yeah, very, very cool stuff. All right, let's get into it and get into the PulseChain stuff. Don't get in the chat as well. We're going to have a look at the numbers here. Just let me quickly check something before I get into the PulseChain update. Let me see here. I'm going to pick up something here. Good to see Brandon. You guys know Brandon from Rage Riches. He's back on X again, so it's good to see him back. So welcome back, Brandon again. I've already said that twice, but really is great to have Brandon back. He's such a great streamer and with integrity. Obviously, he's had to face his own challenges with that, but looking forward to a lot of stuff that he's going to be doing in the future. It's going to be very exciting indeed. But without that, let's get into the markets and see what's going on there. Before we do to get into the markets, I wanted to play this video again because it's awesome. It's awesome. Now, this is a picture of this is a video of Richard Hart winning the SEC, and it's by a team in the PulseChain community. And I got to play it again because it's so funny and it's so freakishly kind of realistic in some ways.
What's up, bitches? Richard here, aka Most Wanted, aka Most Loved, aka Sack Daddy. If you happen to not live on planet Earth, you may have not heard the latest. I fucking beat the SEC case. I want to say thank you to my supporters for never doubting me. Adding to that, I want to send a clear message to anyone who did doubt me. You will not be spared.
Now that's kind of like Richard 1.0, right? So something we talked about sometimes like Richard 2.0, but that's like Richard 1.0. And I love in the scene here. We got the watches. I love that. We got the black diamond in the back. We got this little king's hat there. I love that. And we got the candles. Now normally they're green candles. They got a couple of red and purple ones here, but their lights are on, so it's time to pump, right? Celebrate the pump. And I love this little hand gesture they got here. It's so clever, but a very clever video there. I'm going to try and check out and see what other videos they got on those clips because they're very, very cool. Now, I had to start off with that. So there we go. Now, GoPulse, of course, one of the big platforms where you can buy and sell and stuff like that on PulseChain. Looks like they're launching their own token coming out there May the 1st. So that there is, that's just dropped. I don't think that was on there yesterday. So that's coming up there for their own token for GoPulse. Now, it's day 715 since PulseChain forked Ethereum on the 10th of May 2023 and went live on the 13th of May. And we got Pulse price is actually green today. Now, it's kind of been a bit counterintuitive, but sometimes this happens, right, where it doesn't, the chain doesn't move necessarily straight away with like epic big news like defeating the SEC, but has a little bit of a lull period and then slowly starts, having big jumps and taking off. So maybe that's the part that we're going to be experiencing. Nice to see it green today, though. Here we are at quadruple 0355 on Pulse, up 5.2%, sitting at 36% of the main sacrifice price. PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0293, up 5.4% as well, slightly higher. And the buy and burn so slowly ticking up, isn't it? Almost at 1.4 trillion. We're at 1,390 billion PulseX. Now, that's 7.03% of the public supply. Incentive token, $1.57, up almost 4.9%. And the supply there, 55 million. As we guys know, the inflation is about 5% of what it used to be. So it's not really growing that fast anymore. About 2,600 incentive tokens a day. And of course, now we've got thin liquidity, which means we can, on a little bit of money, we can pump. We've got Hex at the moment is sitting at just below 74/100th of a penny. And we've got eHex there looking pretty decent at a quarter of a penny. And of course, we've got Dipcatcher out there with his Flex Hex layer 2 on Ethereum protocol that he's developing, and it's got an open capital raise on that at the moment. And that is sitting, makes Hex looking pretty good on old eHex. And at the moment, we're just under a penny for combined price. So sitting at 99, just under 1 penny at the moment for X and PX. So get it while you can. Catch me while you can. So that's up 4.74% at the moment on PX. Not too bad. Let's go to the markets and have a look at the gas prices. We've got 15 million beats, so on the high side at the moment. And so we've got 20 cents for a PulseX swap at the moment. So you can kind of wait till that gets down below 5 million beats. That's kind of where you want to get marker. That'll make your transactions much cheaper. And occasionally I've seen it, 2-3.5 million. But it's definitely more elevated than it used to be. A lot more activity, I guess, happening. We have been up higher in the transaction numbers too, 400,000 or 500,000. So that sort of probably plays a role too. Validators at the moment, we've got 49,772 active validators. So that's definitely gone up today quite a bit there. Looks like it's gone up about 300 or something. It seems to have jumped quite a bit there. And a bridge there at the moment. Let's look at the bridge, $88.6 million. So that's up slightly from yesterday, maybe about $750,000 from yesterday, something like that. EHEX is sitting at number 1 at the moment, up that little run to quarter of a penny. And what else? So look at their DAI there. Looks like it's up a bit too in the DAI, a couple 100,000, is it? Maybe 200,000 or so, 250,000. What else? ETH obviously is up a little bit there, and Bitcoin up as well. So, not bad. Now, Coast is at 9.6 million. I'm expecting that to have a bit of a jump. Now, I have found out some really cool news, but I can't tell you. Okay, there we go. I hate people who do that, and I just did it. Damn it. Sorry about that. I couldn't help it, but that's coming. We've got some big news coming, and more big news. I am not allowed to say anything, but that's all I'll say. It's coming, and more big news. All right, so that is kind of where we're at. Let's have a look at the markets overall. 28.3 million. Yesterday we were sitting at 21.2, I think it was. So now we're up 28. So at least that's higher. That's up 7 million. We've got some big dominance performance here. Dominance is king. And this is one of the printer tokens from OG WebChef, right? So in the printer category. And what do we mean by printer? You buy the token, and typically you'll get tokens automatically dropped to your wallet from trade volume, right? And the mechanisms they've got sitting behind that. So it's pretty good, up 160%. So pretty mad gains. And printer tokens, these are on our list. So if you haven't joined a Telegram, join a Telegram because this is on our alpha list, right? There's on the alpha list there. And you can see this is the weekly candle. Look at the weekly candle there. Let's log that so it looks even. Look at the big volume coming out of nowhere there. And this is part of the secret source of this OG WebChef team. But that is up pretty big there for not bad. We had a low of 63 cents up to $2.23. So pretty nice move there. Let's look at the daily though to give you some idea. A lot of it's come in the last 24 hours, but definitely had an uptrend before that. Volume started creeping in the previous days, and then a big jump there. And it'll be interesting to see how many days those run for, but that's going very well indeed. You can pretty much ignore the market cap, right? 2.24 billion, pretty much ignore that. But the liquidity, 237K, volume up to 101K at the moment. So pretty interesting there on the old dominance. Now, what do you earn on this one? I think it's got a description. With this one, you get 2.1% in Pulse Wrap Bitcoin. Now, obviously, Pulse Wrap Bitcoin's been rallying. I think we might be over $300 now. So it's been a good rally on Pulse Wrap Bitcoin. And 1.4% PLS buyback. So the buybacks on that, 1% auto LP stacking, and also 0.5% self burn ensures compounding profits, liquidity reinforcement, and deflationary strength. And that's powered by OG WebChef, as you guys know. A benevolent dev and founder of Investor Dominance sets the standard for automated wealth generation and DeFi. Pretty cool product, right? So that is it. So if you love Wrap Bitcoin, that is performing like a boss right now. Now, Muna Monoliths popped up 14 days ago. That's up 74%. We've got Pump Tires Mascot. That was launched 2 days ago. That's up 25%. Bitcoin Pump Tires up 23%. We've got Thaler. That was launched 6 days ago. Pump Tires, I think. That's up 23% there. Oversold also launched 2 months ago. Pump Tires, I believe, up 21% there. Solana Pump Tires also up 17%. So when I say Pump Tires, meaning that it was launched on the Pump Tires platform that Richard Hart founded and launched. Now, Teddy Bear OG, that's making a bit of a comeback here, up 16%. Let's have a quick look at Teddy Bear OG. Just having a look at the LP pools. But let's have a look. This is one of the Atropid, right? James Maria Dev. And this is, it's been coming off the bottom, isn't it, really? Where are we up there? We're at 8 zeros, 1,800. And now we're up at 8 zeros, 6,000. So it's quite a move on that one. So what's that, a 3x or something off the bottom? Now, what's it look like on the weekly? Let's have a look at that. It's on the old Teddy Bear, OG Teddy Bear. Look at that. Woo! What a chart. Now, obviously, you had a lot of drama around, Tropid Dev selling off stuff like that on the 17th with the PDI scare and Exploiter and all that sort of stuff, Mr. Dong. Now we're back, back here. And, of course, James Maria looks like he's operating stuff there. He bridged a lot of Ethereum out. I don't know. Haven't been tracking where that's gone, but it's definitely possible it might come back too. What else? We got Bitfinex in the house. Hey, Bitfinex, we need a Behad Barbie for crypto. Catch me on chain. How about that? Says Bitfinex. All right, so let's move on into, we got TD Bear OG. Let's go into UpToken. Now, if you guys know Haunted, back in the day, he was covering liquid loan strategies on how to leverage that. Now he's back here. He's got his own product suite like UpX and ValidateX, and I think there's another one as well with around Validate. It's up 13% today. What else there? Pulse Puppy there, up 9.7%. Been around for 6 months. Now, SolidX. Now, we've been talking about X Game Portal, and you guys know just opened up that community for X Game Portal, and that's to play the X game, right? And that is up pretty well, 9.4% at $10.50. Now, X Game and all the casino games that are going to go on that will be burning SolidX. This is the OG. Now, they just rebranded 2 days ago, and we got this cool yellow little X here. So it's a complete rebrand. Very exciting about that. And all the profits, or at least a percentage of the profits that go from those games will go to the SolidX and burn SolidX. So very bullish there. We could see some pretty exciting prices on the old SolidX. And of course, as you guys know, X Game, and that's going to have a referral program and lots of other games on there. It's going to be pretty exciting for sure. Now we got Brennan in the house, our TA guru from Discord. Big shout out to Brennan. Howdy, folks. And what else we got there? We got some other cool movers at the moment. Phoenix moving, been around for 3 months, up 9.25%. What else? We got Note Token from Randy Alasky. Now, you guys know I did a show the other day. Was it 2 days ago on all the influencer coins? If you haven't checked it out, check out that. It was a good, fun show. So there, big shout out to Randy Alasky. Now, he's obviously a good friend and with Firewell, the founder of SolidX. He's also got a huge community and fantastic streamer. And also, what else we're going to say about it? He's very knowledgeable in crypto, been around for a long time. That helped a lot of teams get off the ground. So he's got a lot of background there. Also, he's got his big no permissions group, which he does, has weekly calls and stuff like that. So definitely Randy Alasky is a real champion in the PulseChain community and crypto more generally. Up over 7 and 3/4% there, or 2/3%. Loan token, of course, liquid loans. And we have seen, funny enough, we've seen a bit more stuff from liquid loans out on the liquid loans there. I thought they've been kind of quiet. I think even Crypto Crazy, the CEO's done a little interview recently. So he's out there as well. So if he's out there, I don't know if he's watching, but tell him to get in contact with me. That'd be cool. We got UFO at the moment, so I'm much happy about that. We got UFO there at the moment, up 7.4%. That's looking pretty good. Of course, I call it the child of PGC, but that's up 7.4%. And we found out that in yesterday's show when we covered Rack and Michelle, the big whale on PulseChain, the biggest sacrificer, that he's holds significant bags of PGC and UFO. So that was pretty bullish as well. Incentive token, of course, Richard Hart's up there, nice 7%. We got the other SolidX. So see the green one, that's the pump tires, right? See, it's only been around for 24 days. So that's the pump tire version, that's in green. So there's the OG one. This is the one that's going to get burned off from the fees. And then there's the pump tires one, right? And this one here, when he launched it, the green one there, when he launched it, he had about 82% of the supply. So that's about the max that you can get on the pump tires at 82%. So he got 82% of that. What else there? We got Jupiter has been around for 7 months, up 7%. Algo benefits from Hex, right? So Hex doing well, Algo does well relatively, and of course that's 6.4% on that. Now Sparta is the one a lot of people have been talking about because it has a tax on it. It burns some Sparta straight away, but also buys Hex, and then it puts that in the treasury vault, and then later on when it's worth a lot of money, it will buy more, burn more Sparta. That's kind of the idea there. That's going to do really well, and that's from an Hex OG. Was it Wendy for Tendies? Apine Pulse there, up 6% as well. PulseX doing pretty well. And as you guys know, PulseX is pretty fun. So let's have a look at the ratio, actually, PulseX to Pulse, because it's pretty important. We're going to have a look at the weekly chart. And this kind of gives you an idea that, PulseX has become the more valuable player, as you would expect with the buy and burn, with the volumes going through PulseX. Typically, we see DEXs do very well, especially we're still at the bottom of the market with PulseChain. So, once we get on the upside, it's pretty much game on. But it's already, look at this trend, already trended right from the beginning there, 8th of May, all the way through. So, or 13th of May, all the way through to where we are today. It's pretty crazy, right? So, it's going to go well beyond 1-to-1 for sure. It's going to be pretty exciting with the old PulseX to incentive there. No, what am I talking about? Pulse X to Pulse. Sorry, my bad. We got 9-inch there as well. Now, big shout out to Hexy Bastard out there. So he's the one that did this. This was like a $60 million sacrifice project. That is up 5.5%. We're going to be keeping a track on that as well. So that is ticking off the bottom. We're at 5 zeros, 1100. Now we're at 5 zeros, 1700 there. So making a nice little move. In terms of Pulse, let's see how it's doing in terms of Pulse. Still off the bottom, right? So still weak compared to Pulse, but it's actually made a new all-time low. So there we are. It's a pretty good pickup for there if you're a believer on the old 9-inch DEX. And DEXs typically will do well once we start taking off because they'll get more volume through, right? It's kind of the play on that one. Now we're getting to X games. So we talked about Solid X, the two Solid X's. Well, there are 3 pump tires, right? And the OG Solid X, Game X Game is another one of the ones that's going to be the official token for. It's not tied to the burning, but it's kind of like the brand official token for the X game. And this will probably do pretty well when the game launches, and that could be within weeks, right? So it's going to be pretty exciting. And of course, we've launched that community hub there, that X Game portal. So if you definitely want to join up to that and get involved, and of course, I posted the link in the chat there somewhere up here. So definitely join up to that. Where did I put that? So this is the launch. If you want to join up, that's the link there, right there. All right, so that's kind of cool. What else do we got? Hex obviously ticking away there. eHex getting some love from Dipcatcher. I love that. PDC the Greys obviously doing well. Big shout out to Prairie Banana, does great jobs, videos I think just about every day, and that's up 5% too. What else we got going there? Pump Tires, the official. Now we know that Racco Michelle, the big whales, also got some pump tires. It's up 4.3% as well. Incognito, someone dropped into the chat yesterday talking about that. It's been a popular one too. Mafia, of course, from Jacob, that's coming up there, and we've got a lot of protocols potentially coming from Jacob, right? So we'll keep a lookout for that with all his stuff. So that's going to come up. We may get some news soon. Time dividend, of course, for KG up 4%. Not bad there as well. So we've got lots of cool stuff happening right now in the on the PulseChain, which is very, very exciting to see. All right, that is pretty much it. How did we do today? 42 minutes. Yesterday was like an hour and a half, right? And today we're like 42 minutes, but we got through it. So yeah, the big deal is Sun Minimeal. I cannot understate the potential of that is huge. And they got real customers, real money, real partnership with BANXA official. It's going to be a real onboarding process on the 29th next week, Tuesday. And of course, mass adoption through that, an alternative to the official chain, an alternative to Coast, which is fantastic. The bridge, I should say, and Coast. It's really, really exciting. So we're slowly laying the foundations. Things are turning. Developers are building. They're building real quality projects. We've got more and more coming. The PulseChain markets coming off the bottom, and you got to accumulate while you can. That's all we can say. And it's going to be game on. I'm very excited. Hope you are too. Now we're going to finish the show there at about 44 minutes because sometimes it's good to have a shorter show. Nice tip, says Brennan. What do you say? You bought some beast, says Brennan. He bought some beast. That's another printer token as well. Not just, what was it? What do we say? Dominance is currently dominating. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. All right, I got to do it. I got to do it once. I love that video. I got to find another video of Richard Hart. That Richard Hart video is so cool. I'm sure they must have more cartoons on that on Richard Hart. That's pretty fun. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, guys, today. And don't forget to join up to X Game Portal. Hit the links in the video description to Discord and Telegram. Join up today. Our Discord's private. We have the Strategy Club, which is a top tier group. That's $35 a month to join up to that. Really good value. We're passing intel in there regularly basis. We have strategy chats. We have monthly market update. We have often a lot of early opportunities pop in there too. I'll be doing more of those. We have our top 10 list in there. So what my top 10 is, that's in the Strategy Club as well. So there's lots of cool content going into Strategy Club. $35 a month, really worth it. And of course, I'm on PulseChain every day, all that. So I see, pretty much most of the projects, if not close to all. I mean, nobody can look at everything all the time, but you're doing pretty much most of it. So very, very exciting. Now, we're into it. We're also doing promotions for teams. So if you got a team out there, you want to promote your token, your project, if we think it's reasonable, we can help promote your protocol there, and you can hit up MVS or myself. MVS is our promotional lead, and get that. We feel like that's a real need on PulseChain now. We want a professional service there that helps promote teams as well, and that gives a win-win for everybody. So hit us up on that, either in Telegram or Discord there as well. The Kryptonite Show, man, it's everywhere. Rumble, X, Discord, YouTube. We are there and we're looking to grow. So get involved. That's all we can say. And we'll be a great partner with you. That's all I can say about that. Cheers, Super says Brennan. Hey, you're most welcome. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy yourself. Take care. Share the channel around. I'll catch you on the next show. Bye for now.